Hi there, this is Chauncey. Let me give you a little tour of this exhibit that I created. So I was given some direction from my director and the team, the IU3D team, which is an initiative that's new at IU. And their vision was to communicate, of course, the top text, scan your world, share your world. And then the context for that is that they can scan spaces and objects. They built services for that. So then as you get closer, you see those. These are created with laminated pieces of paper with some push-outs with just foam using 3M adhesive. And then I use a Glowforge laser cutter and a SketchUp Illustrator workflow, actually Photoshop Illustrator SketchUp workflow to design everything, but specifically the typography was done in Photoshop first and then taken through all the way to the Glowforge as paths. Here we're talking about this type of scanning technology that they use. So I put a photo frame, digital photo frame in the center. It's a looping motion graphic composition that I put on there. Created that in After Effects. All of these they had created in Illustrator as vector files, so then I was simply just converting those and creating black acrylic cuts for those. And there I put 3M adhesive on the back of that before I cut it, so they were adhesive right when I put them on, and I built a Delrin guide that I was able to put on those to center them up. The layers for this text is actually 3 layers. There's a back white layer of acrylic, a middle layer of charcoal foam, and then the front layer is more acrylic but black, so that the finish of it is a nice shine. And then we're in a somewhat of a reflective display case with this lobby area. Okay, moving over here, this is the most complex of the 4 modules in the display. How do we share? So specifically, this group generates scanned spaces and objects, but you can share those online or in person. So online examples include modalities like a consumer VR headset, like the Oculus Quest, Matterport, Sketchfab, online content management systems, basically. And then this is a video I created of just browsing through their collection with Matterport and Sketchfab. So this goes on and on with lots of different examples of digitization projects. So then for in-person, as you can imagine, 3D prints, pretty popular. And they just keep getting better and better as people apply sort of techniques like this, like putting bases on them or printing in different types to get more quality. The story on this clarinet mouthpiece is fascinating. Actually, the original was handmade in Europe, and then the original design was sort of smuggled through during World War II from Europe to Russia, and then made its way to Indiana University through a friendship between a music professor and this person that originally carved it. So we were able to use a CT scanner to scan that. So that's a volumetric scan. This down here is something I created with the Looking Glass Pro. So this is an exhibit I made in Unity. As you can see, it's holographic without glasses. So it has left and right parallax. And then I created a Photoshop layering over here. So it shows you where you are. And then it shows you the specific space that it's, the 3D space that it's showing is here. And then there's just some information about it at the bottom. This one's really cool. There we go. So this is an old house on campus called the Wiley House. It's like a time capsule. Yeah, it's too bad about this reflective surface, but it catches people's eyes as they walk by. And then finally we have a very simple 4th module here where it just gives you the sort of the rationale on why scan anything, why spend the time and effort, energy, money. So this is my fabrication work for what we call digital fabrication of exhibits. This is probably one of my most professional ones in 2021, and then I'll just continue to give my best work forward as potential exhibits come online. We're hoping that this would inspire exhibits where we can partner with sort of like things like the Glenn Close collection here at Indiana University or the Mathers Museum, things like that. All right. Thank you.